What's going on, everyone? It's time to review something weird that I found on Shudder. So, yeah, today we're going to talk about a German artsy gothic horror film called Dawn Breaks Behind the Eyes. It was released August 28th, 2021, and it was directed by Kieran Kopaka. Kopaka. I think that's how you pronounce it. Kopaka? Or whatever. I probably butchered that, but yeah. He's done a few other films like Hades, uh, Hager, Tolmea, No One Can Take Your Place, and things like that. So the best way to describe this film, well, it's an arts film. It was making a big buzz on like the film festival circuit back in 2021. So yeah, and it's on Shudder now. So I'm like, perfect. I could check this out. It's only an hour and 15 minutes. How bad can this be? Well, so I turned it on. So the first 20 minutes of the film is actually pretty cool. So what I can make of the story is it's basically people get attracted to this big mansion and they go there, but then they cross paths with other people who are all stuck there and they realize they're stuck there for eternity. And then it blends in with how they died basically, and then it shows basically them in there, and then they basically tell how they died. That's the best way I could describe this film. It's very confusing and very different, very open for interpretation, and very weird. It's a very artsy film. It has first 20 minutes has the most horror in it though. It definitely has the gothic horror feel. A couple comes and they go into the house, and yeah, they realize that they're stuck there, and there's no way to get out. So yeah, basically things unravel, and yeah, it turns into like it's a really gothic thing. It was very well shot. The acting, from what I could tell, was good enough. And overall, I thought the film, though, was pretty boring because after the first 20 minutes, it's pretty good gothic horror. And then you basically watch, oh, it's a set of a film. And then they take acid and you watch a 45-minute acid trip for the rest of it. And acid trip orgy with not very much nudity. Yeah, it turns into this really bland, boring mess of a film, and I don't know, maybe it just wasn't for me, or I just didn't get the concept or something. But I was not into this at all, and I thought it was a pretty boring film, to be honest. There's not much to it. I hear climax has a way better trippy scenes and everything, and a way better story than something like this. And yeah, I just don't think it's for me in the first place. But overall, I just thought it was really weird, even though I do like artsy films. But yeah. But this one was just really dull. They had a decent narrative for the first bit, and then they just went full blown nonsense and a whole pile of random gibberish type of talking. And I'm pretty sure they called, like, there's a guy there named Sam ish or something like that. But for some reason, they keep calling him Sandwich, or at least in the subtitles, that's what they put. And it was really confusing and funny all at the same time. Overall, I thought this film was pretty boring. Even though the first 20 minutes, if you want to watch a cool like 20-minute segment of it, just watch the first 20 minutes of it, and then you can see when I'm at the at least good gothic horror aspect of the film. But overall, I don't think this is really worth watching and sitting there. It's quite the drag to get through after the first 20 minutes. So, but I hear some people love it and some people hate it. So, well, that's for you to decide. So check it out. It's on Shudder, and if I can find it on any other sites or anything like that for free, I'll link them down below. But I'm going to give this film a 1 out of 5. I was not into it at all. So, yeah. But yeah, that's my thoughts on Dawn Breaks Behind the Eyes. It's a cool title, though. But yeah, too bad. It's pretty disappointing. So, but also, I'll make sure you check out my Instagram. It's linked down below. That's where I was post clips of films I'm going to review in the future. All my stories have the film title hashtag and subgenre film hashtag, so you're aware of it. And also, link down below is my Letterbox and Derek P reviews. That's where I post my first star rating after watching the film. So follow me on those two platforms. Stay in loop with this channel. Like this video, share it to more people aware of it. Comment your opinions of the film down below if you have any. And if you have any other films or film franchises in any genre that you want to hear my opinions on in the future, or if they're on Shutter or something like that, and you want to hear me to review them, let me know down below as well. And also make sure you subscribe. Hopefully, we find something weird, strange, and odd, different for you to check out, and somewhat like this, and also show you my opinions on popular films, classic films, and reviews on other things as well. And don't forget to ring that bell because we're going to dive into another little franchise of based off a remake. So yeah, we're gonna dive into the remake, the 2010 remake of "I Spit on Your Grave," and then do the two sequels. So I heard they're hit and miss, but I heard the remake's actually not that bad. So I'm gonna check that out first. So make sure you tune in for that, and if that's your thing, and yeah, but watch out for all those crazy people doing acid and psychedelics and just having orgies. And I guess I'll see you all in the next review. So hopefully it's a little better. So until then, cheers.